Hello viewers, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. As you can see, town's really coming along here. We have 43 portraits and 123 crests. You're never really starved for crests, right? Things cost a lot of crests, and then you go back into the dungeons and you get a billion more.
A strict regimen is paramount if one is to master the brutal arithmetic of combat.
Truer words never spoken, Wayne. Probably. We didn't really need to do this right now, but I just wanted to actually use some of our portraits. We haven't applied many upgrades to our town recently. Let's see here. We do have enough crests that we can start pushing on our nomad wagon, maybe. That might be the thing to do. I haven't talked at all about the survivalist. Maybe we should briefly mention this. The survivalist allows heroes to Survivalist allows heroes to learn more camping skills. Every hero has 7 camping skills, 4 of which can be equipped at a time. But every hero also only comes with 3 of those skills unlocked. So, by unlocking one skill, you just straight up increase a hero's options in camp. Every hero has the same 3 abilities: Encourage, which reduces stress; Wound Care, which heals people; and Pep Talk, which gives a stress damage buff. This is a little bit ambiguously worded. It looks like it could reduce somebody's current stress by 25, but what it does is it gives them a buff that reduces incoming stress damage by 25. And then everybody has 4 more camp skills that are class specific. So we haven't bothered to mess with anybody's camp skills because, again, I don't want to tempt fate or anything, but we're not at the part of the game where anything is hard yet, really. Yellow missions are harder than green missions, but they're still not hard, I would say. When we get to the red missions, we will want our parties to be a little bit more optimized. It's never the case that you need to have a party be like completely flawless, no negative quirks, no bad stuff. Like, it's just not that kind of game, and frankly, the variance makes it so that it wouldn't even be possible for them to design the game in that way, right? Because the missions could always come out easier than they intended. That said, I don't know exactly what we need to do. Let's have a look. I believe that I was intending to fight the Sodden crew. Yeah, that appears to be the case. So let's see where we're at as far as level 2s. Moyo, you got rabies. That's fine. I don't care about that, man. Plus 30% heals received. That's okay. How are you doing? You're basically fine. You are very upgraded. So you're probably coming along. We're actually getting to a point where I think we're going to put him in back, despite the fact that he can't use his... Well, actually, she can totally do her job from the back, and that would leave him still able to use Sacrificial Stab, which does bonus damage versus Eldritch creatures, which the Cove is full of, absolutely packed with. Okay, so... And the only other level 2s we have available are Arbalests, huh? Right, from the second position, he can't use his heal or Abyssal Artillery, so we don't want him in the second position. We could take off Sacrificial Stab and give him something... Because she can't use Poison Darts from this position. Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's where we end up, is she just doesn't have access to Poison Darts. Blight is so good in the Cove, though. Basically, nothing in the Cove has any meaningful Blight resist. It's just a lot of free damage. Well, we could give her this instead. We could give her Toxin Trickery. We could give her Lunge, which is not going to be something that she's going to use very often because she can't throw her daggers from the front slot. But with Lunge and Shadow Fade, She's in a position to help us restore the order of the party quickly if we get surprised. Sort of like a jester, but actually good at combat as well. Thrown Dagger is a lovely skill. Look at all that crit. Look at how much crit that has. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do this, I think. Let's head back to the guild. We do have the resources necessary to drop costs.
May fall, but their knowledge lives on.
We won't need... I don't need to hoard portraits for this upgrade, because we're not going to need max Instructor Mastery for a little while. We don't even have a single person at level 4. So... so let's unlock Lunge. I'm going to unlock Toxin Trickery as well. And then we'll give her some points in her stats. Yeah, we're just buying accuracy here. Sure. The stun chance on this increases by 10% per point. Well, the first point's free, right? So let's take it. And I know we're probably not going to get to use the darts, but... Again, the first point's free, why not take it? 175 gold. May as well be 0 gold. Does anybody else in the party need upgrades? Yes, Moyo does. We're going to have to sell a trinket or two probably here. But this is why we keep building up the supply. For Moyo... Upgrades to those skills are really important. They have low base accuracy, so increasing their accuracy is valuable. Upgrades to this skill are pretty marginal. Intimidate reduces an enemy's damage by 20%. Reduces 2 enemies' damage by 20%. This actually is a better skill than I remember it being. Leper is one of those classes I don't get a ton of use out of, because I don't like the low accuracy, high damage gimmick. As you may have noticed, I'm a big fan of finding consistency, given the variance that the game inflicts on you. This is a very small change. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, I forgot that we got that Arbalest thing. That's cool. Man, I don't think this is very good. We're just going to sell this. We're just going to sell this, and that's going to solve our money thing here. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the blacksmith. We need to put some actual gear onto these people. He gains... Wow. That's a decent upgrade. And who else was coming? It's... Right, Booty. Booty needs stuff. Grave robbers have very low HP, as I'm sure you've noticed, since you're probably capable of reading. If you're not capable of reading, I don't know how you made it to this video. We don't have to sell a trinket here, right? Yeah, we can move to the next screen before we do that. So we've been spending a lot of gold the last few videos. It's not a big deal. Ooh, I forgot that you have the plague. That's really bad. I don't want to delay the mission. We're just going to take her. We're just going to take her out with the plague. She has very poor bleed resist. She's going to get bled by stuff. You know, it is what it is. Let's make sure everybody's skills are right. Yeah, we don't need... We don't actually want his skills upgraded very much, even. Here, take this bandana. What do you have? I like that. Yeah, we're definitely going focus ring on her. Nothing's getting... Actually, what are we... sorry, we need to close this. Ooh. This is almost as much accuracy for everything that she does. She's going to be doing regularly lunge will be somewhat of a rarity. She's mostly going to be using throw dagger and the name of the skill escapes me. This thing, flashing daggers. Oh, let's make sure we do this. So do we need this focus ring right at this moment? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, you have 32 dodge. That's pretty okay. Do we have a trinket that would... Bleed resist actually is fairly valuable here. Although, certainly less so in green missions. Because the bleeds will not be very large. Yeah, you know what, we're doing it. She's got the plague. She'll walk it off. It's fine. Okay. So let's sell another trinket. Like I said, we've been spending a lot of gold. This is the purpose of gold, right? You get gold so that you can spend it. Yeah, let's sell that. We probably have enough highwayman trinkets that we don't actually need that. Yeah. We have 2 great highwayman trinkets, and we don't really need more than that. Because we can just swap them back and forth. And sometimes we will even remember to do that. Let's go ahead and bring another. Alright.
Prying eyes had become a nuisance along the old road, and so I undertook to receive my most curious deliveries by way of marine shipments. A sheltered jetty was accessible by a narrow stone stair off the back of the manor, and a discreet system of pulleys could hoist even the heaviest prizes up the rock face from a securely tied dinghy below. The poor devils, chained and drowning for eternity.
Okay, we actually have quite a few options for the boss room here. But we do know that we don't have to go to the left at the fork. Fishmen! Oh no. Let me think here. It's probably worth moving her back. This would move her back 1, but all that does is put both of these still in not ideal positions. It's probably worth moving her back properly so that the leper can actually take his turn. Because the leper does enough damage that he's going to flatten somebody. It's max damage, nice. Oh, he does not get the kill. She can move back too, and then we're all like totally in reasonable position. Or she could blind fire.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
That was a good shot. Well done, Hughes.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Okay, guys, take it down a notch. They're just fishmen. And my party showed up to play.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
That is not a bad trinket. To say nothing... I don't know why I did that. She needs to go here. Okay. To say nothing of its monetary value as a blue. You can break these open with shovels, as I think I've shown in the Let's Play before. But I don't want to expend any shovels yet. Not with so much dungeon left to go. Hey, look, crests. Did you know sometimes in loot you get crests? We've got a couple. Okay, surprise! I'm happy. That's good. So. Flashing daggers only does 5 to 9 damage. I am going to do it, though. That's awesome. This guy being so low means that the Eldritch Tentacles will almost certainly kill him.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
A little bit of AoE damage.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Yeah, and now all you can do is hit the leper? Who even cares? We don't even like that guy. Sadly, she can't attack the front row at all in this configuration. So she's going to throw a knife at a corpse. That may turn out to be a little bit of a problem. We may have to, Oh, I didn't even buy her pick to the face, did I? That might turn out to be a little bit of a problem. We'll see.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Yeah, she would have lost stress. We don't have any stress, man. I know we don't need to go this way, but I want to just get my hands on this curio. Yep, 500 gold and some busts. Okay. We're definitely a little bit low on busts. Busts are less important, in my opinion, than a lot of the other heirlooms. So we haven't been actively pursuing them at all by going to the ruins. Thanks to our ancestral scouting map, we'll get intel basically all the time here. Alright, it's gonna be her, I imagine. Yeah. Sure, everybody eat up. I do really appreciate that the leper has a powerful self-heal. That's another thing that I really like about the Houndmaster as well. Hopefully when we get to this room, we'll get a big enough scout that we'll know where the boss room is. And if not, we'll just have to wander around in the dark a little bit. How much damage will we get on flashing daggers? I think it's probably more important to get kills on these guys.
Masterfully executed.
That was pretty masterful. Just because I don't want them using their stuns to draw this combat out a bunch. She became bulimic because a guy shocked her with a... Oh, okay. Well, bulimic... Listen, when I say this, I don't want anybody to think that I mean in real life. Bulimia is not that big a deal in this video game. You know, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it even affects the healing you get from the initial, the repast. Oh, that's a shame. Well, I would rather finish off the jellyfish. That must have been quite a tentacle hit. Not only physical damage, but also so much damage done to her self-esteem. These dudes are just not intimidating. I am not at all concerned about what they're gonna do. We can take time to heal. We can, you know, do whatever. Blind fire. She sure showed that corpse who's boss. Yeah, you know... Here. This, I wasn't really thinking about that. Our inability to attack the front row easily with two of our people might turn out to be a real detriment against the Sodden crew, and you guys will see why I say that.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Yeah, when we fight the Sodden crew, I think I'm probably gonna drop... I'll drop Shadow Fade for Toxin Trickery, just so she has something she can do. I don't want to be, Well, she can always attack the back row. It's not that she needs something to do, it's that I wish I had a way for her to attack the front row well. This dude is not careful. It never happens to Booty. Why don't you just watch how she does it?
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole reason we're here, right? Alright, fuck this guy. That guy can die. The tentacles should be sufficient. Great dodge. That dude has a lot of dodge. Actually, so does our grave... I know the grave robber isn't actually dodging stuff very frequently, but she does have a lot of dodge. I don't care for these guys, but we're way more likely to get the kill on the stinger. And this finishes off the scary one. All these guys can do is damage, right? Like, that's not really... Damage just isn't that scary.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Already with this. Well, we want money. You know, I intentionally don't put a lot of effort into memorizing the curios because I think the game is more interesting if you are always a little nervous. Let's step up this way. Yay, it's a sack. 50 gold? So my point is, I'm not going to interact with that Chthonian statue right now because I do not remember what it does. And me not remembering what it does is a weird choice that I've made. Oh, great. Great, great, great. We're just going to do what we did last time. Come on. Big money, no whammies. Awesome. We will endure the brine. Man, I guess I should heal? Well... never mind. Wow.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
What is less important to us than crests? Probably 250 gold. I'll take 4 crests over 250 gold. I had no problem with that. If it was actual gold, I would have kept it, obviously. Alright, let's go get this curio. Okay, nothing. Then we make camp. We prep for the fight. Honestly...
huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
There's not even a good reason for us to do the stress healing thing. Do you have any diseases that need to be removed? Yeah, what the heck? Why not? I am curious how that is the effect of the snuff box. She has great stress relief skills. What the hell? Let's do this. Ah, she didn't like that joke. Well, you don't think that's funny? Crazy talk. Sadly, we have very few actual buffs. We are going to restring the crossbow. And we'll encourage her. Listen, I'm sorry about that joke. We don't have anything else to do with one. Pretty straightforward, really. Not a lot of decisions being made over here.
The light, the promise of safety.
Yeah. Alright, so this fight ought to be interesting. Yeah, I'm going to keep her equipped for movement. Do I want to eat up? I have so much food left. Okay. Let's do it.
Even in death, the captain shouts his orders, and the crew obeys.
This guy's a dick. He has to die. That's important to me. But it's not important to Booty. It's a good start.
Precision and power.
Get the mark applied. So, as you can see, yeah. Oh no, the tide washes over him. So that's going to heal the Sodden crew for a little bit. Oh, too slippery. And it's going to stress our guy out, and basically it's a bummer, and we're going to have to clear it. I was kind of hoping for just a huge crit to get the job done and kill him in one hit, but now that he has thrown his anchor out, he no longer has his prot buff. So this can, attacking him can be the thing that Bretteville does, basically. Alright, well, we got there. As you can see, that attack is not exactly terrifying. Is the mark off of him already? Oh yeah, that's right. Marks only last, you know, like 3 turns. That's not exactly terrifying, right? What terrible strength! You know what you must do. Sucker! Yeah, marks only last like 3 turns, and the thing that happened there is just that he takes so many actions. He gets 2 turns per round, so marks wear off very quickly. I'm extremely disappointed in Moyo there. If he could have killed this guy, that would have been great. We are going to continue to dedicate our actual damage dealers to shooting the Sodden crew, obviously. Oh no, not a small amount of stress. That attack actually does significantly less stress than the stress-based spells of many of the normal monsters. Really, the bosses in the Cove are just not very difficult. Should I refresh the mark? Should I just jab this guy? His speed is 0. What's your speed? 3? Yeah, let's see if we can contribute to Moyo killing this thing before it grabs. Nope. Moyo's rolling minimum damage every attack. That was more of a social dodge than a physical dodge. Can you imagine her with a legendary bracer to go with her bandana? Oh no!
Impressive.
Minimum damage crits. The fathoms calm me down. Pardon me, sorry about that. We're actually having a hard time killing this puller. He's escaping everything. Oh no! So that attack has been dodged or resist every time it's been used, huh? Alright. I thought that was probably going to be the case. Oh, it actually hit. As you can see, it's not inconsiderable. It's actually quite powerful.
They are cursed to float forever, deep in the swirling blackness, far beyond the light's reach.
So, as always, kill a boss, get a couple of trinkets, right? We rolled very poorly, got total garbage trinkets. I'm willing to go do these. Let's go knock those out, and then we'll leave. That was remarkably easy, that adventure. Like I said, green stuff is... You can get dumped on a little bit by the variants. That happens. But good play really minimizes the negative effects that the variants can have. Now, we have so much food left. I'm just gonna feed her right now. There's no reason to wait. Oh! Well, have I got bad news for you guys. I should have done flashing daggers. That's a silly mistake. Oh, get dodged. That was more attacks than I wanted to spend on her, frankly. As always, the name of the game
Mortality
is
clarified in a single strike.
yeah, whatever. I'm not too worried about that. As always, the name of the game is just to reduce the number of enemy attacks that are incoming. Also, as always, if you are attacking a corpse, you have screwed up somewhere along the way. I definitely was not careful enough when putting this party together. Too few frontline attackers. You should never attack a corpse. That is a wasted turn. It's almost as bad as passing. Okay,
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
honestly, I'm not even going to bother de-stressing Moyo. He'll be fine. Yeah. It is a lot of blood. You guys have been bleeding a lot. Moyo, you specifically have been bleeding a lot. Okay, let's just get out of here. He needs to not touch stuff. He's bad luck. Alright, so we didn't actually get that much treasure there. We did get a couple of trinkets that we'll sell. But we got a boss down, and we got the legendary bracer, which is possibly the best trinket in the game. Probably the best trinket in the game. Focus ring is very good, but legendary bracer... Fortunately, legendary bracer and focus ring work very well together, because plus accuracy plus damage is basically the thing you always want on all your heroes all the time. Warren's Adventure, that's fine. Cove Adventure, that's also fine. And that's, you know, not great. Sickly is not a big deal. So he kind of downgraded there.
There is a great horror beneath the manor. A crawling chaos that must be destroyed.
Indeed. Let's look at everybody who's diseased real quick. Okay, so Mantel definitely needs to spend a week getting sanitariumed. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy that. Does anybody else need to spend time in the sanitarium? You got scurvy. I'm not too worried about scurvy. Wow, you have 3 diseases and none of them are bad at all. Who else has terrible diseases? Oh yeah, let's get this dealt with. I totally didn't lock in Mantel. That's silly. The fits first, and if they can cure something else while they're at it, that would be cool. Okay, well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Let's go and see if we can't get an eye on the next job. Do we still need deeds? I think we still need deeds. I think the blacksmith is still pretty far from complete. Yeah, we could use these rank 4 upgrades. All right, so deeds, lots and lots of deeds, all the time, forever, always deeds. Also, we do need to adventure in the ruins and just to unlock the second boss, which we have not yet seen. That's promising. This may be our thing here. Yeah, we definitely are not going to fight the hag with no level 4s. Crests we don't need, and the rewards from those things are not great. That's a pretty good item. That's a pretty good item. That's a... wow. Actually, I like that item a lot. We might be doing this. I've never seen that before. A lot of the Abominations items are still new to me. Yeah, I guess we'll make the decision next time. So join us next time when probably we go to the Warrens, but maybe we do something else. Sounds exciting, right?